All right, Sedge, what are we doing today, man?
It's not what we're doing, it's what you're doing.
Oh boy.
That's not a good lead-in. Okay. The guys, Big D and Chris asked me to do something on sanding. And I wrote a bunch of notes. And I gotta tell you this could have been a 2-3 hour video. Okay, so you already know there's 2 things I don't like to do. What are they?
Sand.
It begins with an S.
And sharpen.
Okay. But they are necessary, as I say in woodworking, necessary skills that you have to master.
Okay.
Okay? And I have sanded my life away. And I hate sanding. But you want to know something? There's a variety of reasons why you hate sanding. Okay? Mm-hmm. Number 1 for me is breathing the dust. Okay? Well, we've eliminated that. Okay? But what I want to teach you over the series of videos we're going to do is we're going to make it easier for you. Okay? And you're going to learn the foundation of getting to where you need to be. So when you finally put that finish on there, you're going to have a successful finish and project done. Okay.
Sounds good.
Long story short, for this video, I've selected these 3 sanders because they have different orbits. And this is the first of a series. This is an orbital sander. This is a random orbit sander. And this is what we call the Rotex sander. It's a geared random orbit. But you also, in 2 modes, have random orbit and Rotex. And I'll cover that in a few minutes.
Okay.
Now, in every video, I'm always going to ask, hey, why do we sand? Okay, so something like this, Big D, look. Okay, you have undulations in there, and I laid this up years ago, so this starburst is just perfect for what we want to talk about. Okay, we need to level this first.
Okay.
So we have to choose the right machine.
Okay.
To move the right tool. We're gonna go. So always remember your paper's the tool. And in future videos, we're gonna show you how to select the right tool. Got it?
Sounds good.
Okay, so what I did today is enough of me talking. I chose 80 grit. Ooh. This is just because I want you to try it with an orbital, a random orbit, and then the Rotex. And I'll show you a couple of things with the Rotex sander and how to hold it properly. Okay, so let's gear you up because I want to get your thoughts after each one.
Okay.
So go ahead and start the DTS in orbital mode. Okay, and with an orbital, move it, okay? Because that's basically just vibrating. Remember, take it off when you stop the sander. Okay, you'll get less swirl marks that way.
Okay.
Okay, so let's switch out to your random orbit, and you'll do it right here. So what this one's doing, instead of just vibrating, it's vibrating and spinning.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what'd you think? Was that on the...
I mean, I thought that it felt, I don't want to say smooth, but there wasn't a lot of motion to it. Wasn't a lot of vibration.
Okay.
It felt like I was driving the whole time.
Okay.
That's how it felt.
Good. Remember, these are all 80 grit on here. Okay, so let's do the random orbit here.
So this one, when I first turned it on, I could feel it kind of like it wanted to go. Like it was driving.
Good. It's doing the work for you.
Right.
So would you say it's less or more aggressive?
This is more aggressive than the DTS.
Okay, good. Okay, so
now we're moving to the big boy.
Now we're going to the big boy. Let's start with the Rotex, and this is the one thing I want to show you. In that mode right there, you have the exact same thing.
Okay.
Okay. Now, when I put it in Rotex, you'll hear it. Let's just spin it so you can hear it. You'll hear a pin drop in.
Yeah.
So now it's geared. It's very aggressive. So the one thing I want to point out to hold the Rotex is grab it back here. So you keep that pad flat.
Okay.
And you hold it here and you turn it on here. And I want to get your thoughts on this one.
Okay, and we're in Rotex, ready
In
to go.
Rotex, yep, ready to go. Okay, now make sure you always take the sander off. So what are your thoughts?
So if the GTS was the least aggressive,
Yeah.
this is the most aggressive. And I can even see it, I can feel it. But the second I turned it on, it was ready to go to work.
Yep.
It was just chewing. Look, you can see it just started chewing through everything.
Okay, so let's do this. I want you to take that top button, switch it over.
Okay.
And remember how to hold it. Make sure you start it on.
So yeah, it definitely more mimics the balance and the feel of this one. Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Because it's in random orbit.
Nice.
So if you don't want it as aggressive, so this is why I always suggest to people, this is a great sander because it's the best of both worlds. You have basically a belt sander. See how that took this down?
Yeah.
And if I was using this, and it's all about time, and I needed to level this, because you always got to ask yourself, what am I trying to accomplish?
Okay.
Okay, here we're trying to level, take the undulations out of it. This would take you, and I always say, do you like the sand? Because this would take you, if you really like the sand, then that's, oh yeah, because you'll be there. You'll get there with this 5 times faster, if not more.
I believe it.
And then you can switch, if you need something less aggressive, in a higher grit to something like this or something like this. So this is the one thing I wanted to make sure in this video we talked about first, is choosing the right sander to move your tool with the orbit in consideration.
Yep.
So there you go. There's the first sanding video for you. Stay tuned for many more.